Hello friends. So in this Q&A session, thank you for joining in. So this is another Q&A session that we are hosting today. So usually for those of you who have joined in, so I would like to let you know that every Friday we have this session. So whatever queries that you have, we try to get it resolved in this live Q&A session, and we'll just wait for 1 to 2 minutes and then we are good to go. So for people who have just tuned in, you can just mention all of your queries here. For those who have missed out this particular questions, so you can just type it in the chat box and then we'll be happy to answer all of them. So on every Friday we have around number of questions that we take and address it on our platform. Whatever feedbacks that you have, you can also share it, and whatever things that you are facing while creating your algos on SpeedBot, then you can have it over here. All right, then I think we are good to go. So let's start off today's Q&A session with a round of questions that we have. So the first question, it's from Mahesh. So Mahesh has this question that he has a strategy in futures. So how can he create an algo on SpeedBot? So Mahesh has this question that he wants to create an algo that is based out of futures. So Mahesh, to answer your question, recently we are launching the update wherein if you have explored our option bot builder, then over here you'll be able to have the option for the futures segment as well. That is, in the complete option bot builder, you will be able to create your futures algo as well. So over here, as you can see that the symbols that you have for the indices, over here you are having the option leg. Likewise, you will be having the button for the futures as well. So whatever strategies that you have on your futures, you'll be able to create it over here in the option bot builder, and then you'll be able to backtest it on the historical data and make it live. So this is a feature that we are launching. Okay, so next up we have a question from Shiva. So Shiva asks that I'm a beginner, I do not have a trading strategy. How can I use SpeedBot for algo trading? So Shiva, to answer your question, like you said that you do not have a trading strategy. So we at SpeedBot do not provide such trading strategies, but let's say if you wish to explore the things around algos, how algos work, then in that case you can use the SpeedBot ready to use strategy templates. Let's say that you want to know how the entries and the exits are done. In that case, we have the ready to use strategy templates that already has the logic disclosed of the strategy templates. Let's say over here, if I navigate to the template section, and let's say if I wish to add it over here, like this, if I want to have the bullish put spread. Okay, so over here, I'm able to see the logic already disclosed for this particular template. Then whatever parameters I would like to add based on this basic template, I'll be able to add it based on my experience. Likewise, you can do it for yourself based on your experience, based on your understanding of the market conditions, right? So that's how you can have the strategy template created and understand how algos work. You can backtest it from your end. You can make it paper as well as live in your trading account. Okay, so next question, it's from Keyur. So Keyur asks that I want to re-enter after a certain duration. How to do that? Okay, so this is a pretty good question. So Keyur has this question that he has a strategy and he wants to make a re-entry, but after a certain duration, after a certain time period. So how can he do it? So let us just go over here in our option bot builder. Let's take the same example. So as per my analysis, let's say if I want to re-enter into this particular option contract, but I want a certain delay while re-entering the position again, then in that case I'll just select this particular option over here and over here. So I'll be able to see two fields. First up is the how many number of times I would like to re-enter. So let me just add it as 2. That is, I'll be re-entering twice apart from the original entry that I'm doing. And then for how many seconds will I wait? That is, for how many seconds our bot will wait for the re-entry on the basis of the SL. So over here, as you can see, that these are the parameters that you must have when you are creating your algo in order to have the re-entry on the basis of the delayed execution. So let's say if I'm inputting the 60 seconds, so this means that whenever my stop loss is hit, in that case, after a wait of 60 seconds, the bot will re-enter the position again. So that's how you can use the re-entry feature on the basis of the delay. So I hope this question makes it clear. So we have a question from Vijay. So which are the newly launched features on SpeedBot this week? Okay, so just for the users who have tuned in today, so I'd just like to highlight a new feature that we have launched. That is the no entry after. So over here, as you can see that earlier we used to have only the entry in the exit time, but now you'll be able to see the no entry after with a certain time period that you can mention. So what exactly does this mean? So in order to manage your risk, we have enabled this particular feature after having a conversation with our users who day-to-day use our product. So over here, as you can see that the entry time for this particular bot is kept as 920. Now, if I want to have the re-entries or if I'm adding some sort of an indicator, right? So the indicator takes the trade as many times as you want. But now let's say if you want to restrict the number of trades, in that case, you can just use this particular feature. That is, if I say that after 12 o'clock, after 12 p.m., I would not like to take a fresh entry whenever the condition satisfies. In that case, there won't be any entries after 12 p.m. So this is a feature in order to reduce the volatility in an algo. So you can use this feature, and this feature can be really very handy whenever you are managing a risk in your algo. So this is a feature that we have recently launched. So you can look at this feature and execute it from your end. So talking about the newly launched feature, there's another feature that we have launched recently. Let's say if you have a bot deployed either in live or in paper trading. Let's say if I have a bot that is deployed over here. Okay, so this is a positional options bot that I have deployed, and you are able to see that these particular positions are currently open. In order to exit a particular contract or exiting all the positions, right? So we have this particular feature that we have launched, that is you can have a universal exit. That is, you just click the checkbox over here and all the positions that the bot has taken will be exited. Or let's say if you want to have a selective exit, in that case you can just check mark whatever bot that you like, whatever contract you would like to exit, and in that case you can just click over here and exit only that particular contracts. So once this is done, if you are placing a selective exit order, then the bot won't be exiting the position from his end, right? If you are exiting the complete positions, then the bot will be stopped there itself. But let's say if I'm exiting this particular contract that is of 45,200, right, 52,300 PE, in that case only this particular contract will be exited and the remaining ones will be opened. So this is for the live as well as for the paper. So this is a newly launched feature that we have updated. So you can have it checked in your SpeedBot account as well. Okay, now we have a question from Chirag. So Chirag asks that how to take entries and exits based on the movement of the index or the underline. So this is a pretty good question, Chirag. So Chirag asks that he wants to take the entries and the exits on the basis of the underline or the spot. How is that possible? Let us see. Over here, if I go to the options bot, and let's assume that we are having the option leg and Nifty, and let's assume that we are having the call contract buying, and over here, in order to take the entry, if I am having the delay on the basis of the UL points up or in percentage, so it basically means that on the basis of the underline, I am having the points or the percentage up. Let's say if the index Nifty or the symbol Nifty goes up by 0.5%, right, after 920, then whenever this particular threshold reaches, it activates my algo and I'll be able to place a call option buy order and it will get executed. So this is considered as an entry on the basis of the underlying. Likewise, you can do it for the stop loss based orders. That is over here. If I just add the UL points, and over here, if I just add it as 40, then it means that whenever there is a downside movement of 40 points in the underlying, that is on the Nifty, then in that case, my algo will exit this particular position that is open. So Chirag, I hope this makes it clear for you. Let me check another question. Okay, so we have a question from Nikunj. So Nikunj asks that I have a trading strategy, but I'm not able to build it in your option builder. Can you please help? Okay, so there are times when some of the strategies you're unable to build it in our option bot builder. So you need some sort of tweakings, or you need some sort of the understanding of the bot, right? In that case, what you can do is, let's say if I want to have some indicator based strategies, right, be created. So in that case, what you can do is over here, there's the develop with experts button. You can just click over here, whatever issues that you have, that can you please tell me how to add or how to use indicator in my algo. You can just do this. Whatever files that you would like to attach over here, you can just click on the submit button. And that's how the ticket will be created over here in the help desk. You will be able to track the ticket as well from here itself. Apart from that, if you want to have a DIY model, that is, you wish to have minimum help and get the resolution as soon as possible, then over here we have the documentation as well. That is over here, there's the pop-up. Whatever things that you'd like to understand, that is on which type of contracts would you like to trade, what are the expiry types. So over here you can just navigate to each and everything. You want to have the indicator based options created. So everything right from the equity to the option bot builder, every documentation we have documented along with the examples. So this will get you to the resolution of your algo as soon as possible if you feel like you want to have it on DIY basis. But even after referring this, you feel like, no, there is a room of improvement in my understanding, then you can for sure use the develop with experts button. Okay, so I have another question from Mr. Subbaswamy. So Mr. Subbaswamy asks that in your backtest report, it is showing 1 minute interval, but I have kept it for 5 minutes. Why is there a redundancy? Okay, so we receive such questions that Mr. Subbaswamy has created an algo and backtested it. So in the candle interval or in the time interval, he has mentioned the time period as 5 minutes, but in the backtesting report, he is able to see the candle interval as 1 minute. So this is a pretty good question that usually the users who come on SpeedBot are a bit confused. So in order to solve their confusion over here, as you can see that in the builder, if you read the first point, that all the backtesting that you're doing on the SpeedBot, either on the equity builder or in the option bot builder, then it is on the basis of the 1 minute data. That is, we have the data of the open, high, low, close. That is for the 1 minute, right? So whenever you enter the candle interval over here, so the resolution that you do, that is of 5 minutes. So it will rephrase it and calculate it on the basis of 5 minute candle closing. So all the things, all the positions and the order book that are being calculated on historical basis, that would be done for this particular resolution that you mentioned. But the calculation that is done, that would be on the basis of the 1 minute candle interval. So as you can see, both of these things are independent and you need not worry about it. Let me just see if I have a bot that I can pull out that has a backtesting report. Okay, so over here, as you can see, this is independent of the resolution that you have mentioned. That is the candle time frame that you have mentioned while creating the option bot. So I hope that makes it clear to you. Okay, so next up we have question from Ashish. So Ashish asks that in my pay-as-you-go plan, is it necessary to activate my deployed strategy on daily basis, or will it take auto entry if I have balance in my SpeedBot wallet? So Ashish wants to ask that he's using the pay-as-you-go plan currently, and let's say that if he has deployed the bot on a particular day, so does he need to deploy the bot on every day in order to get the execution done? To answer your question, Ashish, over here, if you're going, as you can see that, let's say you have a pay-as-you-go plan. So every day, whenever the orders get placed, then whatever money that you have in your wallet will get deducted on the basis of here, the charges that are being mentioned. That is for the live bot, 15 rupees or 15 credits, and for the paper, 10 rupees or 10 credits, right? So whatever the transaction will be done, you'll be able to see the charges. So this is basically a one-time process till the time you have the balance in your wallet. Once that gets exhausted, then you'll need to recharge the wallet, and again your bot will get activated automatically. Until then, you need not do any manual intervention. The bot is smart enough to take care of all the credit usage from itself. Okay, so I have a question from Jayesh. So Jayesh asks that what kind of data analytics does SpeedBot provide? So I believe Jayesh means that what kind of reporting does SpeedBot provide whenever he or she deploys an algo. So just to make sure that we have a bot that has the statistics, let me just show you, Jayesh. Okay, let's go back to this particular bot over here. So as you can see, Jayesh, that over here you are able to see the reporting. So this reporting comes for the backtesting as well as for the live and the paper trading segment. So over here you'll be able to see the initial capital, and apart from that, the time period that is used, total profit, the charges, the net profit, annual return, and max DD. Apart from that, if you are into the detailed statistics, you can have the trade statistics and the advanced ones as well for your winning and the losing trades. Apart from that, the win rate and the Sharpe ratio. Let's say if you want to have a breakup of the position and the order book, you'll be able to find it over here as well. You need not maintain any sort of the Excel sheets. Okay. Okay, so next up we have a question from Wasim. So Wasim asks that he has a strategy and he wants to create it on custom basis, right? Custom basis for Greeks, on option Greeks. So how can he do it? So on SpeedBot, currently, let's say if you have a strategy that is based on Greeks, then soon we'll be launching such update wherein you'll be able to create algos on the basis of Greeks in the builder itself. So this is a feature that will be launching soon. So after having conversation with a lot of users, daily users, we found out that they would like to have the algos created on option Greeks. So in that case, we are in the process of launching it soon. So this is a pretty exciting feature that will be very useful for the ones who want to create algos for the Greeks. And you will be able to backtest it as well and assess it. So this is a pretty good feature that will be launching soon. So I hope it answers your question, Wasim. Okay, so next question we have, it's from Amit. So Amit says that I want to trade in US markets. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Let's say if you have a US based trading account and you wish to create algos in the US markets. So we have the US specific domain as well. Let me just walk you through that. So over here, if you can just go to login. So the pop-up you'll be able to see for the India and the USA. So with the same credentials, you can just log in over here. So let's say if you have a bot, if you want to create the option bot in the US segment. So currently we support these symbols, that is QQQ, SPY and other symbols. So you can backtest your strategy as well over here. Let me just add a sample option leg for you. So on which expiries we can trade. You'll be able to have the current week till the 4 DTE expiries and the next month, current month as well. So the 0 DTEs are also pretty highly liquid in the US market. So you can have such execution done on that as well. Apart from that, the brokers that we support over here, you can just move over here. If I just add a broker, then you have the interactive broker live paper. Let's say if you want to have the execution on algos being done for the crypto segment, then you can have that as well. Apart from that, TD Ameritrade, that is Thinkorswim, Tradia Live, Tradia Sandbox. Apart from that, Binance Spot, Bybit. So these are the brokers that we currently support. If you have your custom broker, then we'll be happy to integrate it. So let me just switch on to the Indian version currently. Okay, so we'll just take 2 to 3 questions and then I guess we'll call it a wrap for the day. Okay, so next we have a question from Krishna. So Krishna has a question for equity bot builder. So he asks that what are the candle intervals that I can use in the equity algos? So Krishna, to answer your question, let me just go over here and navigate to the equity bot builder. So the time interval that you can use, that is right from 1 minute to 1 day. So based on the trading profile that you have, you can have the selection being done. Let's say if you are an intraday based trader, you can look for the 5 minutes till 30 minutes of time frame, right? But if you are a positional or a swing trader, then you can create such algos as well for the time frame of 1 hour till 1 day. So that's how these are the time frames that you can use from your end. Okay, so we'll just take 2 more questions and then we'll wrap today's session. So we have a question from Darshan. Darshan asks that what are the type of strategies that can be created in the option bot builder. So let me just navigate to the option bot builder to answer Darshan's question. So over here, Darshan, based on your trading profile, let's say that if you are a bank nifty or nifty trader or a Sensex trader, so you can have such selections being done. And to dive deep in the trading profile, let's say if you are an intraday trader or positional or swing trader in options, then you can have the selection over here. Or let's say if you are taking an entry today and exiting it on the very next day, then you can have the BTST and the STBT, that is buying today and selling tomorrow, or selling today, buying tomorrow strategies or algos created over here. And apart from that, if you have to mention yourself as a momentum based trader who waits for a rise in the volatility, then you would like to enter into a position, then you can create momentum based strategies. Or else if you find a sweet spot in terms of the entry time, that is at 9:20, I feel like every day I would like to have my algo started. That is, you can create the time based algos as well, apart from the momentum based. Or else if you want to create a conviction, that is after a confirmation from a certain indicator, you can want to exit the position, then you can have the indicator based algos created as well. So such kind of algos you'll be able to create, that really defines on the basis of which type of trading profile you're in, right? Okay, so I've question. Okay, so this was the last question. Let's keep it as the last question for the day, and let's call it a wrap. Thank you everyone for joining in today's session, and I'll see you in the next Q&A session on next Friday at 4:30. So this is a Q&A session that we do on live on every Friday. So thank you for joining in today's session, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much.